All right, guys, welcome back to another podcast.
Back in 2019, a very good friend of mine's aunt was diagnosed with a tumor. This tumor had originally been diagnosed over 25 years ago and kind of went away, came back, and really affected her. She has since lost her job and can no longer support herself financially, and that's not great, but because she also is no longer being given chemo because of the nature of this tumor. So her physician and her family, they're looking for another treatment that is, they're hard to find. Other treatments that aren't chemo are really hard to find, and it isn't going too great. So they're asking for help with donations. Any donation you can give them is great. It's greatly appreciated. Any amount between $1, $20, $500, anything is greatly appreciated by the family. Even just sharing is also greatly appreciated. So if you can't donate anything, that's fine. No one's forcing you to donate money. If you can just share it, that would be great. A link to the fundraiser will be down below, and you can donate or share it. And anything, again, any donation is greatly appreciated. And even if you can't donate, sharing is also greatly appreciated as well. So to all of you that share and donate, thank you.
On the telling.
I'm Nathan, this is Nathan, and we are going to talk about water polo.
Yep, let's get started. And before you guys please check out all of our links in the description on all social platforms so you guys can stay up to date on the latest stuff. All right, let's get started.
All right.
All right, so we're going to be talking about water polo. Both me and Nathan are in water polo, like from this year and last year. This year, Nathan is actually a goalie.
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
I am the Frost-Soft goalie.
That is such a name that you... That's such a powerful word, the Frost-Soft goalie.
Yes, the all-star goalie.
Yeah.
The superstar goalie.
The one the high school represents the most, the Frost-Soft goalie.
Exactly, because, we're at the bottom.
Yeah, we get the short end of the stick like the teachers do.
Exactly.
Yeah. But this year I haven't really changed. I'm still technically a field player, but this year I technically do play set more often than last year. But I'm still technically considered a sprinter.
Yeah, last year you...
I was assistant
I think you were one of the better sprinters.
I was assistant sprinter. So basically, I think it was either Jackson, which was another teammate of ours, or Zach, which is also another teammate of ours, they were always either sprinter, and I was always a person behind next to them, so I can get the ball when they got the ball, they turn around and they throw it back to me. That's the person that I am, or was. Now I'm the person running and trying to get to the ball before anybody else can, and giving it to my teammate next to me.
Yeah. So, before we talk about our latest game, which we'll talk about how that went later, but let's talk about our past games.
Yeah,
the ones where I was actually part of the
the field team,
the fight.
Yeah, the offense,
the battle.
We in total didn't we win like 3 games last year?
We had 7, I think.
I thought it was 3.
Yeah.
I know it wasn't not that many. We had like 2 a week, right?
Or it was probably like 5, probably closer to 5 actually. Anyways, so
You
I
played like
I
twice a week.
honestly don't think we did that good as
Oh,
a team
we
because
this year we're doing
even
way
our
better as a team.
yeah, like last year it was just chaos. Like
We didn't
no
talk to
one
each
was
other.
listening to our coach.
Hmm.
You know, no one really knew what to do out on the field.
Hmm.
And I especially was not that good at swimming as I am now still. But
Still, that's why. Oh, that's why
yeah,
you're going because you don't like to swim. It's too far for you.
I don't. No, I like swimming. It's just I'm not good at it.
Mm, lies. But okay,
Even Brendan's better than me.
I don't believe you. Brendan's another teammate of ours. He'll be referenced a lot during this podcast.
He is
He wa-
cool guy. He's a cool
yeah, he's a
guy.
cool guy. I'll just say that.
Yeah.
But yeah, some of the people that were actually on the podcast before were actually people in water polo with us, like such as Logan. Like these people were on Christmas Chaos with us. We have Logan, which was
Logan, Mateo.
Logan was our
Uh,
goalie last year, but I think he's JV now. Or
no, he's not playing.
oh, he's not playing.
Period.
Oh, screw him. But
Yeah.
we have Mateo, which is playing this year and last year, and we have Brendan. Oh, you guys don't know Brendan. Is it really just Mateo?
I think it's just Mateo.
Oh, so you guys know Mateo,
Yeah.
like the
But Brendan is one of the
equal traits of Mateo.
he will very much be mentioned because
Oh yeah,
he is iconic.
yeah.
But
Very well
Logan
known.
was our superstar goalie last year, and he was a good goalie, I think.
He lost his
Sometimes.
contacts like twice during one of our
Yeah.
like a few of our games. Nothing wrong with that, but like, come on, use your
I mean,
eyes.
I didn't lose my contacts in a game.
You lost your one
know?
contacts during one of our practices.
Yeah, that was just one time out of like, I don't know, 10 practices,
10.
15.
Technically, it was only 5 because we've recently, because we're in California and the new COVID rules we've been allowed to do games recently, and so we recently have started allowing us to scrimmage, which means fight against each other. We split half the group together and we fight against each other.
Yeah. So, yeah, please no one go, they were having contact during COVID. Contact the school.
I mean,
No, we're just, it's a safe,
Yeah.
we're in quarantine. I don't think it's
Yeah.
going to really do that much.
Yeah.
Plus, we're being active.
Yeah.
Which is better than sitting on your seat like we are now.
Yeah, don't be like us. Don't be like the people that sit on their butt all day long and just like talk to you guys. Actually get off your butt, run, and listen to our podcast while you run or do exercise.
I don't think they should listen to our podcast while they run.
Actually, they probably not. They probably got a heart attack from our screaming.
Yeah, we should make like a motivational video for like running people.
We should do exercise
You can
videos.
do it.
We should do exercise videos on the lab channel.
Yeah, we did. Wait, on the lab channel. Why not on the studio?
Because the lab is educational and you're learning about how to exercise properly. The studio is gaming and music videos and other stuff.
Yeah, but we can have the educational video on the studio because the lab is for learning.
Yes, the lab is for learning.
So we agree on this.
Yeah, but the educational video, this is a conversation we're having about deciding whether we should put like exercise videos about teaching people how to exercise properly and have them learn about how to keep their body physically active. And having that on the studio channel.
Encouragement isn't education. We can just, it's just encouragement.
I mean,
so shouldn't that just be on the studio channel?
I mean, we're encouraging.
It would make sense.
Okay, so the math video should be on the studio channel because you're encouraging people to pay attention.
No, I'm explaining to them math.
You're explaining to them
I'm
how
not
to exercise
explaining
properly.
anything in an encouragement video.
You're explaining to them
Do you
how to
get how
flop
this
your arms
works?
up and down. No, I don't know. You're gonna have to explain that to me later. But other one. Anyway,
Nate had to use more brain cells than
yeah,
he needed to.
I know. But I'm just gonna point out one particularly. Like, there's like, do you remember that one school, like at the beginning of like our season, like we had to go on our buses like so long, like it was like our longest one, I think. It was like that one
I think my
school.
phone died before we got there.
Probably did. But it was that one school where I think we won. Frostoff JV and varsity.
We've
We all
never
won.
won a game in Frostoff.
Yeah, technically. This year, technically, no, we haven't. But last year, I think we won like at least 3.
We
But-
haven't won any games last year.
Yeah, we did. I know this one won. 1-3. I'm very sure.
Unless I wasn't there somehow, even though I was.
It was that one school, not to be racist, but it's the one school with a bunch of Asians.
Is that Tesoro?
No, it's the farthest one we drove our bus to. Where we all played. Chase was at the goalie for the novice team. Chase was another.
I don't know.
Okay, doesn't matter.
Okay.
But that I know we won that.
So what happened there?
We technically did win, but that was our first game and we technically did win. I think we did. But yeah. I don't know. I don't know where it's going
Brain
with that.
cells?
Yeah, brain cells were lost. Check out the last episode.
Anyways, so yeah, typically during a game, last year, what we would do is we would just hang out and we would, do whatever because we don't really have to do anything. This year, however, as we can only be there for our game with 2 parents or 2 guardians or whatever, and then after we finish, we have to dry off and then we have to get out.
Are we talking about
That's
this recent one? Like, are we talking about the recents or are we still going about the old ones?
Both.
All right. Wait, that's the end then.
No. I was explaining the new rules.
Oh yes. Yeah. So the new rules, you're only allowed to come with 2 members of your household
I
family.
literally just explained that.
Okay. Oh, shut up. You have to come masked.
That's a
For
given.
us, we have to come. I think we should, but we have to come 30 minutes before our game. I think also to watch the game, but before us, and I think that's the only reason why. And to like prepare for our game.
Okay, so let's talk about how our game went.
Oh God.
So
was
this
not
was my
good.
first time goaling in a real game.
Yeah. You didn't
And,
actually do that bad. Honestly, you didn't do that bad.
So there's a lot of stuff that we really didn't get to practice yet, like
Mhm.
certain sets. So there's one set in particular that we didn't at all practice, so we had no idea what to do. It's called 5-on-6. So basically, if a team gets an ejection,
Which an
let's
injection means
say-
the person gets like they swim on top of your back or like they do something like illegal. They get ejected into this
from the
little
game.
box and then they have to wait for a certain amount of time or they send another player in as a replacement for them.
Yeah, they get ejected from the game. Anyways, so if you get an injection, it's a 5-on-6 situation where basically the 6 have an advantage, of course. So, you're trying to, keep everyone in their place. Let's say I have A team and Nate has B team, and B team loses 1 player and it's on their side because that's the side it would get an injection on. So I would have the advantage. So Nate's team would have to position their players in a way where the closest 2 people to the goal.
With one less person.
What?
With one less person.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to follow.
basically it's just so hold on. Let's see if I can get a whiteboard here.
No, but our audio listeners can't see that.
Oh yeah. Huh. How am I gonna?
Audio
Do you
listeners,
want to try explaining it?
um,
How it
okay.
looks?
So but normally there's 3 people like on like part of the pool, like closest to the goal that has the ejection on them, and the other team has typically more people. Like they have 6. It's called 6-on-5 for a reason. So you have 6 offenders, and you have 5 defenders because one of your players on said team close to said goal, it has lost their player. So they would have to work harder to make sure that the offensive team can't score on the defensive team. So basically, you would have, typically you would have 3 people up top, like 3 people on the bottom, or it depends really.
Basically, it's like
Situation.
so let's say the goal is at the bottom of like a square, let's just say, and then you have one person in front of the goal, and then you have a person in front, a person to the left, and a person to the right, and then a person to the upper left and the upper right. That's basically how the 6 is, and then the 5 other people would be basically 3 people would be trying to cover that person right in front of the goal, and then the 2 other people would be going in between the top left and the top right people.
Yeah, that's basically the
I
summary.
think I explained that good.
Yeah, I think you did. But during our game, we kept on getting 5-on-6 because it was mostly our team. We kept on getting ejected, and that's typical for a Frostoff team because not all of us know the rules and how to actually play correctly. So
there wasn't really that many.
Yeah, but there's not really that
people
many
who played the game
fouls.
before.
There's not really that many fouls, which was actually kind of surprising at our level.
Yeah, but we did get times we did get fouls. I think like half of them were because we held the ball too long when starting.
Yeah.
Like you're supposed to pop up the ball to get the game started.
To show that you're live in the game.
Yeah, but instead we just held the ball, and when I say pop, I mean like throw it up and catch it. Yes. So like we kind of tell, and I think it's like 5 seconds, and then it's a turnover, which is just giving it to the other team. So yeah, that kept happening.
Yeah, it was really frustrating. And then you have and I don't know what your opinion was on this, but they looked like mostly sophomores, and I think there was like a few freshmen. But like every time they put either like a freshman with me, they always like switched it out. They always had like one of the I think it was sophomores. They always switched them out for when they were going with me, which is typical for a set player.
Yeah. They looked a bit older, and
they definitely. I know they had
more experience.
They had at least a year of experience at this point because they knew what to do, so they looked like that. But I don't remember going against them last year. I don't think we did.
I think we did go against them last year.
We swam against them, but I know that for sure because we're on the swim team as well. But I don't believe we played water polo against them.
Yeah. So another thing that happened a lot during the game was setup, which is basically, I'm not really sure how it's caused, but like
when somebody goes,
I think it's like a timeout during the game.
Yeah, I think we don't know really all of those positions.
Basically, goalie goes to half position, like halfway across the field, and then the rest of the team on the other half of the field set up and like a pre-made half circle, like 5 pairs of people in a half circle, and then the set or the center of the circle, I guess, is another pair.
Yeah.
And that happened, I think, 3 or 4 times, which is kind of a lot.
Yeah. It was a very, and this was, and keep in mind that the freshmen that were playing with us, this was their first game. None of them had previous experience with water polo except for one of them, and he actually did pretty well. And Nathan, I'm pretty sure you can figure out who that is.
I think so.
Yeah, but it was kind of interesting as our first game, but Saturday is when we're going against another team, and this is like when was this?
When this comes out, it'll be
The week before
last Saturday.
Last Saturday, and we'll be going against. Oh, I won't give out the high school because one, we don't want criticism, and we don't want people coming from like Santa. We don't want them coming and like telling us like about this stuff, but I'll give you this. They're very good high school. They are a very, very well trained team. They're mostly all club water polo players, swimmers. They have at least 1 year of experience, and they're a very, very good team. They know the rules.
Yeah, they kind of are.
Yeah. But our game is the main one I'm really excited about is the one after, which is the last game of ours, because we know a lot of the kids from that school, and we just want to kill them all at this point. Murder. I mean,
no, we're not going to kill anyone.
People know that we're not going to actually kill them. We're going to kill them, and we're going to kill them.
So, can't say that.
I can say whatever I want.
You can say unalive.
We'll kill their score. That's what I can say. We'll kill their score.
Yes.
It'll be 10-0 like our first game.
Except this time we will have the 10.
Yeah. Yeah. Our last game, which we'll only have 3 games this season, which is actually kind of sad because this is kind of a takeaway from us. Even our coach agrees that that he would actually enjoy playing, like having an actual season with us, or having a longer season, because for people that aren't in California or don't go to our school particularly, they don't know exactly what it is. But our season, which is the amount of games we're allowed to play and training days, has been condensed into 2 weeks instead of 3 months, right? I think 3 months.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, and that's the same for the girls and the boys team. They've all been condensed into 3 weeks.
It's actually all the fall sports are all moved into basically like 3 weeks, because we just had the ability to play games and stuff. So this is a really kind of stressful few weeks for us, everyone in sports, because everything's coming back.
Yeah.
But yeah, I hope this season finishes off well, even though we only have like 1 game left when this comes out.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Well, actually, this will come out the day of our last game.
Oh, nice.
Because our last game is Thursday, and our podcast releases on Thursday. So maybe 2 weeks after we'll let you guys know after we have our episode from next week. Once that we'll have another episode. We'll talk about how our season was and what our opinion was about it. But yeah, this season has been very interesting for us. Like, yeah, it was cut. We've only had less than a week to train, and for the freshmen, I know it's super tough for them. We can't always yell at them like that. And for me, I know, like, as I'm constantly yelling at, say, "Dude, this right? Come on, you have to know this." And I have to remember, it's like they didn't have a month and a half to actually learn how to play the game, unlike we did, because we had a summer camp to learn how to play the game. And that was done through our school. But these kids had less than about a week to learn. They've just been conditioning since October. That's when we started conditioning. And they've just been conditioning.
Yeah, conditioning is just
swimming back and
basically
forth,
just swimming, yeah.
Practicing, and just waiting for our season.
Yeah, swimming and throwing
and some kids, that's even
practicing shooting a goal.
Yeah,
but there's no contact during that, and we couldn't actually do a scrimmage. So
yeah, and for some kids, that's even their only source of actual exercise. So like not all the kids are even that fit. Like, yeah, it is only yours. I do like club swimming, but it's really water polo the main thing that's keeping me like in shape because I've gained weight since the pandemic, which is hopefully coming to an end.
I hope you gain weight. You're kind of underweight. You're almost underweight.
I am underweight. I mean, I don't know how much I gained, but I know I gained a lot.
You were toothpick, now you're a straw.
I don't know the difference for that, but okay.
I was just talking about the diameters.
I don't know what that word is either.
Big brain.
Yeah. But what else? I think that's it. I don't know what else to talk about the game.
Is there anything that you want to say? Any guests that we're gonna have?
I won't give that away right now. Maybe we'll give it away when it comes out. Maybe the day before it comes out in 2 weeks. Hopefully. But if you guys do want to be on
hopefully this background will be changing soon.
Yeah.
I'm going to move stuff around and I'm actually going to get a green screen probably.
Yeah, this is for our video listeners. This is for the thing is I don't really know how a green screen would actually help us, but I think it will because I don't know specifically how to use one, which I'll leave that to you since you want the green screen
and figure it out.
Yeah, you can figure it out. But I think that's it.
Basically, I'm going to use a green screen for lab episodes. Anyways, so yeah, I think that's it. Cool stuff. And we hope we see you next time. Goodbye.